Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Last night there was a very small mini update for RPG Sim that was 16.1, so I wanted to make a short video going over everything that was added, and then I'll do a couple other things because I don't want this video to be literally a minute. So the first thing that they changed was there is now a max amount of raid tokens you can have. So the new currency, the max is 5,000 now. Another new thing that you probably noticed is the title called Pest Control. The way you get Pest Control is for beating Hive on normal or hardcore. That is how you get it. It was just added last night, so just do another Hive run today and you'll be able to get this title. And yeah, the other thing that they did was add very small buffs to both the Shadow and Hurricane rune. I don't know the exact numbers that was changed on them, but there was very small buffs. And for today's video, since I'm already done going over what's new, I thought it'd be kind of fun to see how well I can solo Hive with the Shadow rune. So I am going to be doing it on normal because you can't really solo it on hardcore with all the runes in the game like you could with Dr. V's Labyrinth, because it is still a little bit of a challenge. There is one last thing that was added that I forgot to say. The golden weapon for Hive has been added. I don't know why I'm going around and slowly grabbing all these mobs when I'm using the Shadow rune. I should just suck them all in like that. I can't tell if I'm doing a lot of damage with it or a little bit. There's just a lot of big numbers popping up. I don't think the Shadow rune is going to be very effective on its own, I'm not going to lie. But we will find out. We are only on normal, so it can't be too hard. I forgot to use Calamity there. Nice. Nice indeed. Alright, that should be... Okay, there's still one left. Come on. There we go. That was kind of a waste of a menacing shout, but that's okay. So... I wonder how this rune is going to perform when doing it completely alone without the support of anything else. It should be pretty good for cleaning up all the mobs that get spawned in by the Hive Queen, but other than that, I don't think this is the best rune to be soloing this raid with. I don't know what its small buff was, but I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more damage and maybe a bit more range on the menacing shout. It does seem like the damage values are a little bit higher than before, but it is very hard to tell because I was never really a Shadow rune player before today, so I don't really know. We're doing decent damage to the boss, but it is on normal, so if we can't beat this on normal, then this raid is just, I mean not this raid, then this rune is just absolutely trash. Maybe I should actually use my Calamity and make sure it's up every time I use my hits. I haven't been doing that at all. I will say, what is very satisfying about this strategy is the menacing shout when it picks up the 1 million mobs in there. It's really funny. There's Calamity, there's that. I still can't tell what's the main damaging move of this rune. It's either menacing shout or it's the ground stomp. There is one other ability affected by this rune that I don't have on, and that's the lure gem. And that kind of heals yourself, and I didn't think I'd really need it for this on normal. This is more just a rinse and repeat, run around in circles and spam menacing shout until she finally dies. This is going to take a lot longer than I expected. Whatever the buff was, it wasn't by a lot. Alright, where's the wall? There it is. While we're just sitting here waiting for the swarm to pass, I thought it would be a good time to give a shout out to EKS because yesterday he gave me a snowflake shuriken. Thank you for that. This is taking a fat minute. This is definitely not a viable strategy whatsoever. I really do kind of wish the Shadow rune was viable alone, but it kind of has its purpose of being the rune that you use when you have 12 people in a raid, because it's kind of useful, but it's not really needed. That's kind of where it's at right now. I do think this rune would be better if you could use 4 abilities. Like imagine if at level 1300 you unlocked a 4th ability. I do think players would get pretty overpowered if we had 4 abilities, but it would definitely lead to a lot more possibilities with rune. Like for example, the Shadow rune, maybe what you could do is use menacing shout, ground stomp, havoc, and calamity, and maybe you're going to be doing a ton of damage to them, but I guess that is kind of what makes certain runes good and certain runes bad, is whether or not you can use both Havoc and Calamity with a certain hitting ability. That's kind of when the rune's the best. When you could double buff yourself and still hit really hard with an ability, that's when a rune really shines. And that's kind of why Azure is so freaking good right now. I will say, earlier today I was using Azure for fun in here, and for whatever reason, my moon cutters would just absolutely not go through the mobs, and I was actually really struggling to hit the Hive Queen. Comment down below if you guys have been noticing that too. It could have just been me on a laggy server, to be honest. I really don't know. Almost got you down to 1/3, and then it's the last Hive thingy. Something I've been wanting to do is stream me farming for a golden weapon, and I honestly think that'd be a lot of fun because if I do one of the earlier raids, a lot of people could join, and that is definitely something I know a lot of you guys would want to do. So comment down below if you guys would want to see me stream something like that. And also let me know if you want to see the return of the solo RPG sim series. I kind of stopped doing that because a lot of new updates started to come out and there's a lot more endgame content, so I haven't been nearly as focused on that. But I can always do another episode because it's been a while. See, normally I would say this wall placement is really lucky because I would be able to hit the boss with either my holy light beams or moon cutters, but no, I'm soloing with Shadow Rune, so I just had to sit here and wait. And time to finish you off, I think. Hopefully we don't die. I have a reputation for dying when the Hive Queen has almost no health left in videos. That's been pretty much every video in the Hive, I think. I literally die right before I kill them. Jesus, we have less than 10 minutes left. It never takes this long to do this raid on normal. Oh my god. Also, comment down below what other challenges you guys want to see me do in this game, because we're kind of getting back into that period again where there's not a whole lot of new stuff for me to cover, but instead do a lot more challenges, which is always really fun. Something I was wanting to do is test out how good the Ice Queen rune is actually in here. I've yet to use the Ice Queen in here, so that could definitely make a fun video. And there goes Hive Queen. Took 6.5 minutes to solo it with the Shadow Rune. Anyways, that is 16.1. Not a lot was added, but I wanted to make a short video today talking about it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later this week with more content. Bye!